Welcome Vikram sir, welcome Lalit to Box Office India.
Thank you so much.
It's great to have at least two members of the Smile Please team with us. Hopefully we'll have Mukta and
the director and the hero.
Yes, most important people. Vikram sir, first question to you, because since we are interacting for the first time and this is your second film, but your journey into cinema happened as a designer much before that. So from designer to director, what was the reason to make the transition? What made you want to tell stories?
I always wanted to tell stories. I just didn't know whether I would be able to. I always feel a good director is a person who can tell a story, not necessarily good or bad, because technicians can always be hired. I was always behind the camera for so many years, so I knew exactly what the angles are, what shot taking is, what everything. When as a technician, when you work behind the camera, you interact with the DOP, you interact with the art director, the costume designer, the director, the assistants. Because I was a costume designer, so I had the knowledge and the know-how. I just was not sure whether I'd be able to execute it. So I first started writing Hrudyantar. And I think the whole idea of writing Hrudyantar was that I wanted to tell stories that I wanted to tell, not direct stories that others wrote. I want to say something. If tomorrow somebody else is writing a script, it has to really inspire me that much that I should be able to visualize somebody else's story and then execute.
It has to resonate with you.
Yes, it has to resonate with me, or else I'll take as much time as I want, but I will only write stories that I'm convinced which I want to take to people. So the journey was beautiful. It wasn't tough or easy. It was just amazing because I wanted to tell stories, and the kind of faith that people showed in me. I would not have gone on the flow if I was not prepared. I would not risk my career at stake where people say, go back to being a fashion designer. What are you doing? You don't know your job.
Right.
I would never take that risk because here there are no second chances.
Absolutely.
You deliver, you achieve. You don't deliver, you go back.
Correct. Hrudyantar and Smile Please both are stories which are emotional, human stories. So as someone who's I won't say you're a flamboyant designer, but as a designer, your clothes, your personality is very different. But your stories are very subtle and very human. So how did you get that? How did you get that connect?
I don't want to mix up fashion design and direction.
Right.
You'll be amazed, but I've also written both the stories.
Right.
The first one, Rohini Nanabe did my dialogues. Here, Iravati Karnik did my dialogues. But like I said, that I'm a disconnected person. When I'm doing film, I don't want to get my influence of fashion into my method of working will be the same. But I don't want to get influenced by fashion. And it's different. Cinema is different. I'm telling stories here. So it has to be different. You have to maintain it differently. I cannot, I'm riding two horses, but I can't ride them at the same time. I'll sit on one, I'll ride that, I'll take it to one point, I'll come back, I'll sit on the other, I'll take
and then take it
another
forward.
Point. But I will never intertwine them because I will fall.
Correct. Lalit, how did you become a part of Smile Please? Karan, Mukta has already worked with him, but you relatively नवीन आहेस विक्रम सरांसाठी. तू कसा आलास या स्टोरीमध्ये?
ऍक्च्युली TTMM नावाची एक फिल्म केली होती मी, तेव्हा त्याचं एक स्क्रीनिंग
माझं
मी त्याचं स्क्रीनिंग होतं आणि त्याच्या स्क्रीनिंगला सर आले होते आणि इंटरव्हललाच त्यांनी मला बाजूला घेतलं आणि त्यांनी मला सांगितलं की मला माहित नाही पण मला पुढची फिल्म तुझ्याबरोबर करायची. सो मलाही तेव्हा माहित नव्हतं की कितपत सिरियसली असणार आहे हे जे म्हटलंय त्यांनी. तर तेव्हा मीही म्हटलं की ओके सर आपण बघूयात जेव्हा होईल तेव्हा. पण त्यांनी ते तेव्हाही डोक्यात ठेवलं होतं. त्याच्यामुळे जेव्हा पुढच्या फिल्मचा विषय त्यांच्या डोक्यात आला तेव्हापासून त्यांनी मला इन्व्हॉल्व्ह केलं होतं. त्याच्यामुळे या फिल्मचे जितके ड्राफ्ट झालेत, जितक्या लोकांनी त्या फिल्मच्या
आम्हीच डिनर करायचो. And we both used to discuss. He used to come home. It was not even like it's the writing. Iravati Karnik was not even a part of the film that
right.
Nobody was. So we were just discussing it. He would throw in ideas. He would, in fact, he told me about Milind Zog first, my DOP.
Okay.
So sir, to me, baga Milind Zog la. So there are he's also now like a younger brother to me. So we got into that zone first. I don't know him through this film. I know him because I treat him like a younger brother. So I have known him, so we chat a lot about cinema. So now, sorry.
सो या तर तसंच ती सुरुवात झाली आणि त्याच्यामुळे कसं झालं की स्क्रिप्ट लिहिताना त्यांना माहित होतं आधीपासून की मी असणार आहे. तर मग त्या पद्धतीने आणखीन काही गोष्टी करता येतील, ते कॅरेक्टर आणखीन कसं करता येईल या दृष्टीने बघितलं गेलं.
पण ॲज अ ऍक्टर मला वाटतं का म्हणजे बीइंग इन्व्हॉल्व्ड इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ रायटिंग changes your approach to your character, to your role, or does it help or does it not help, or how does it?
It depends.
Because not every director is like that.
करेक्ट. पण मला म्हणून तर तीच तर गंमत असते की प्रत्येक डिरेक्टरची प्रत्येक फिल्मची प्रोसेस ही वेगळी असते. आणि मला वाटतं की इथेही ती मदत झाली, कारण तुम्हाला एक वेगळ्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही प्रोसेसमध्ये आधीपासून असता. तर मला तर नेहमीच वाटतं की तुम्ही एक प्रोजेक्ट म्हणूनच बघितलं पाहिजे तुमच्या फिल्मकडे कधीही, की माझं काय पार्ट आहे फक्त आणि मी काय करणार आहे. त्याच्यामुळे मी रिडिंगलाच त्यांच्याकडे इतके प्रश्न घेऊन गेलो होतो, खूप प्रश्न मी स्क्रिप्टमध्ये असे सगळे नोट डाऊन केले होते. आणि खरं तर माझे ज्या सीनमध्ये मी नाहीये त्या सीनमध्ये सुद्धा मला प्रश्न पडत होते की हे काय, ते काय काय. कारण मला असं वाटतं की ऍक्टर म्हणून मी सरेंडर होणं हे तितकंच महत्वाचं आहे. पण सरेंडर होणं आणि सांगकाम्या असणं हे मला नाही जमणार. म्हणजे मी हे सरांना कधीच म्हटलं नाही की सर मी हे नाही बोलणार किंवा मी हे नाही करणार, हे मी कधीच नाही केलेलं. तुम्ही सांगाल ते मी करेन, पण मला शेवटपर्यंत प्रश्न पडत राहणार आहेत आणि मी शेवटपर्यंत प्रश्न विचारत राहणार आहे, कारण त्याच पद्धतीने मी डिलिव्हर करू शकतो जेवढी मला क्लॅरिटी असेल आणि जेवढी तुम्हाला क्लॅरिटी असेल. आणि त्या पद्धतीने मला ती इतके सुरुवातीपासून मी ते याच्यामध्ये असल्यामुळे मला बऱ्याचशा गोष्टी माहित होत्या. मला बऱ्याचशा गोष्टींचं त्याच्यामध्ये की काय तो फ्लो असणार आहे, कॅरेक्टर काय असणार आहे, फिल्म कुठे चालली आपली. सो इट हेल्प्स.